volitional ignorance. Our ignorance is of our own volition. Our not knowing the nature of consciousness, our not knowing the nature of God, our not knowing is due to our volition. Not that God, in a moment of whim and fancy, created us and then forgot all about us and left us to our own fate. Do whatever you want to do, go fight, kill each other. That's not what God did or does or will do. Because the did and does and will do don't apply to that spaceless, timeless, transcendent reality. The reason we minor spiritual messengers of the Masters bring this out in this ways, not so you can give a nice lecture and you can come here and gather, but that your whole value, your whole method of evaluation of the universe and your place in the universe changes. Because through that, your entire morality will change. Your entire perception will change. Your perception of the problem you are having with your husband or wife will change. It's a continuum. They are not apart. So when this clod of earth becomes a human being, it has instrumentation. Because that spaceless, I think I'm creating some kind of a noise in the recording. No? Okay. What was my last phrase?
Spaceless.
This timeless, spaceless being, this infinite being, how come it comes to dwell in this finite body? I don't know which nth particle of the pinhead it is. I'm all of 5'6". You know? That ant, just walk over it. And if giants were to land on this earth, they would think the same of you that you think of the ant when you crush it. That is why ahimsa. That is why non-violence. That is why non-killing. That is why vegetarianism. Anyway, so when this transcendent, timeless, spaceless being comes to dwell in this finite body that we call ourselves to be, I am this. I am not that person, I am this person. And we identify ourselves. It is not the consciousness that thus identifies itself, that says, I am this person and I am not that person. It is not possible for that infinite consciousness to be so divided. The infinite cannot be divided. So your concept that I am this person against that person, or I am this species against that species, which is made entirely for my use and abuse to extinction, this is not the way of consciousness. But wonder of wonders is that the entire infinity is also condensed into this finite body. And each one of these finite bodies, that is the first wonder of the universe. Recently, they made all sorts of lists of wonders of the world. 7 wonders of the world. It's a very popular debate going on the internet. And the first wonder they forgot. That's you and I. And what is so wondersome about it is that all of the infinity is condensed into this little finite space. This space and this space and this space and that space and that space and that space. And thereby it does not become many infinities either. We don't know the secret of that wonder. So, close to 50 or 70 infinities right here in this hall. A change of perspective. This immeasurable, infinite being, known by whatever name, and that's why we recite so many versions of 1,000 names of God in India. I myself have composed a Sanskrit text containing 3,000 names of Kundalini in verse. I can't share that with you. So this wonder, in manifesting itself in your form and mine, we find that there is no way that the spaceless and the timeless can directly operate a mechanism that is bound in the boundaries of spaces and times. The unlimited having to deal with a delimited world must be a pretty tough job. The unlimited having to deal with this delimitation must be a tough job. It has to create all sorts of mediums made of the components of that very clod of earth. Some parts become brain, some parts become heart, some parts become liver, some parts become digestive organs, some parts become the organs of the urge for generation, and so on. So that infinity, in order to operate within our delimitations, as it were, lower its volume. It's too high volume for us to grasp, catch, get hold of. We can talk all we want all night and talk 10,000 nights about that infinity. and never come to its end, and never come to the end of its descriptions.